All right, let's look at classifying plants. So plants have different classes that they go into, and we kind of touched on it. Um, and they are, ever changing it. But the scientific names that you see, there's typically going to be two names. Um, so it says you probably noticed a common name, a name in English, and then a Latin name. The Latin name, which is the scientific name, has two words that identify the plant's genus and species. So this name offers a universal way to identify and classify different types of plants, animals, and even minerals. Latin names are the same for everyone, so that way we don't have to change the language. It's very universal. So two people from the different places can identify the same plant. So the classification system is called taxonomy. We use today. It was developed by Carlos Linnaeus. I know that will be on the test. Linnaeus developed binary, which bi means two, so a two-word system of classification. He wasn't the first to name and classify plants and animals. There was actually a Chinese scientist that produced a book listing medicines, many derived from plants more than 5,000 years ago. In classic Greece and Rome, they were doing it as well, including Aristotle. So people have been naming plants for a while and doing some form of taxonomy. He's just kind of the one that simplified it. He made it functional and accessible. So they're all identified plants, animals, and minerals by two Latin words, and this is called binomial nomenclature, which is big fancy for two-word name. Bi, two, nomial, nomen means name. So two-word name, binomial nomenclature. So think of some that you've seen that are familiar, like Homo sapien. Okay, this refers to humans, but it's two-word and it's Latin. So you may not think about that one. Like Bos taurus, that is cattle. That's a scientific name for cattle. So let's look right here. Here's a picture of the plant kingdom. So we've got the overall plant kingdom, and this is kind of how they're categorized and classified. So first they're done into non-flowering and flowering. Then they split them into these long, fancy ones, basically, and thereby gymnosperm or angiosperm if they're flowering. So that's either they have a closed seed or a naked seed. And then they're on the non-flowering, they're determined by basically mosses, ferns, or algae and bacteria. So that's kind of the basic part of taxonomy for Plantae, which is the plant kingdom. So the table shows the breakdown for a single plant, kind of buttercup flower. So it shows you right there the scientific name, common name. Okay, then we go farther. We do the subclass, it's dicot. The order, then remember, family, subfamily, tribe, genus, species, variety. So, and then it goes all the way down to ranunculus, which is this flower, which is what we're going to call it, the ranunculus. So we take a long way to get there, but there is a reason for it. It's to keep everything together, grouped, so that we know what it is. So the main thing you need to know about taxonomy is that it's a two-word binary plant name developed by Carlos Linnaeus. It's Latin, and the first word is the genus, which is the major taxonomic subdivision under family, and the second one is species, which is under genus. So it's Ranunculus flammula, and this is what you'll see on a plant label. The common name would be ranunculus.